All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the day again. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reading of One Piece. Today, we are going to be going through Volume 74 of the series, titled Ever at Your Side. Good to see you, Ogata. Good to see you, Kohagen. Let's begin the story of One Piece, Volume 74. After 2 years of hard training, the Straw Hat Pirates are back together, first at the Sabaody Archipelago, and then through Fishman Island to their next stage, the New World. The crew happens up across Trafalgar Law on the island of Punk Hazard, run by Caesar Clown. At his suggestion, they form a new pirate alliance that seeks to take down one of the 4 emperors. In order to draw Doflamingo's attention, they first capture Caesar and infiltrate Dressrosa, which is governed by Doflamingo. Things start off according to plan, but Law is abducted after falling into a trap set by Doflamingo. The rest of the crew meets a toy soldier who informs them of the nation's hidden darkness. Furious at Doflamingo's evil machinations, they decide to help the little Tontatas in their fight for freedom. Luffy prepares to leave the Colosseum to help rescue Law when he comes across a very unexpected face. So we got chapter 732 all the way down to 742. And as Kohagen said yesterday, it's 11 chapters today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's begin with chapter 732, An Underground World. Request: Luffy and a lizard in a beach flag race by Taz from Kyoto. Flowerfield, Dressrosa, Riku Army's Operation HQ. Yeah! As we go back to when the toy soldier was proclaiming that this is their moment for them to finally fight. We will pass through the underground tunnel into the enemy's trading port.
We're after one little girl. That's Sugar. She may be little, but she's no pushover. We have to knock Sugar out and turn all the toys back into humans.
And this is Cub of the Tontatas.
It's too tight. Roboland and I will barely fit. Frawland, you need to remove your shoulders and arms.
I can't take them off. Look, me land ain't gonna fit in that tiny hole.
Well, we never expected to have a big person fit through the hole.
Through the hole.
Through the hole?
You'll have to enter through the House of Toys. The House of Toys lies beneath the Royal Palace's base. Every night the toys return there. Humans are forbidden. It is a house in name only. There are no beds for sleeping there, only a passageway leading underground. The toys spend their time there, working through the night, every night.
That's awful! Does that mean the wacky toys around town are actually dead tired all the time? And if Frawland goes through there, he can reach the Smile Factory?
And this is a flashback to when the toy soldier was talking to Frankie and the crew. There are 4 entrances, one in each direction, all heavily guarded.
Then I'll just have to raise some hell on the way in. Hey, it suits the plan, right?
As we cut to Frankie, who's right in front of the toy factory.
While I'm drawing all the attention, you guys can slip in and take down Sugar.
Huh? Who goes there? Is that a Speedo? What's with his hair? Is it a weapon, or is it just stupid?
Wait, that double cleft chin. He's one of the Straw Hat crew! Frankie the Cyborg! And then someone tosses up a tomato and just straight up eats the tomato.
Oh, senor! If you chew on the tomato like that, it'll get your mouth all sticky.
And then the senor dude grabs this woman's bra, rips it off immediately, and just wipes his mouth with it, and then just tosses it.
Oh, he's so hard-boiled!
Quit clinging all over me, little girls. Go and find a younger man to play with.
But, senora!
Doflamingo family, Diamante Army, Officer, Senor Pink. I don't care for kids much, as Senor Pink is basically dressed up like a giant baby with a bib and bonnet, a Speedo and a baby shirt on, and a pacifier in his mouth. With shades, to top it off. But it's good to see you, Ozzy. Ah, sugar, ah, honey, honey. You are my candy girl. And they're gonna flee and they're going to free Dressrosa. Boop, 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 boop. I don't give a kids much. And he's just sucking on the pacifier.
Senora! Don't get rid of us, senor!
Bah! Get a load of that pervert!
You're the last person to talk!
He's Door of the House of Toys reporting. We've got one!
Pardon, I've got business inside. Weapons left!
Fire!
It's the Straw Hat Crew! Frankie the Cyborg!
Coup de vent!
And Frankie unleashes a massive air shockwave towards the House of Toys, and it craters the front of the House of Toys. Like, it's such a massive impact crater. If you guys want to follow along, go to either viz.com or go to Manga Plus. We are on chapter 732. So, hurry up and so you can see what I'm seeing, because I am not about to get another copyright strike again. But everyone gets blasted away.
There, see? The idiots are running wild. And isn't it your job to help save member countries of the world government?
As Doflamingo is sitting there with Fujitora, and Fujitora doesn't respond. But we cut to Diamante.
And so it begins.
And we have Pika listening in as well. Then we have the members of the Doflamingo family firing on Frankie, but they're just bouncing off. And he fires in turn.
To the doom!
The House of Toys is under attack.
Don't worry. The Straw Hat Crew is after the Smile Factory. And even if they get here, we'll just turn them into toys. Nah, 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 nah. Nobody knows. Nobody even knows about you. Hey!
Nope.
As Sugar keeps eating fruit from a bowl that's right in front of her.
Underground tunnel. We're nearly there.
Captain! It seems Fraulein has started attacking the House of Toys.
Then I'll just have to raise some hell on the way in.
I hope that works out.
No need to worry. He's a super cyborg. But we just received
a report that 4 family officers has rushed to defend the house.
officers? And it's the Diamante family. They're all fighters. When they've taken part in the Coliseum, all 4 of them have a 100% victory rate. They're the stars of the Coliseum.
And then we have Senor Pink, and he's right behind Frankie, but it looks like he's swimming through the stone behind him.
Meaning that nobody really knows the true limits of their power.
Huh?
How many enemy forces are there, Leo? There are 2,000 soldiers in the country now, led by 10 officers, with 3 more supreme officers above them, each leading their own army with its own characteristics.
I enjoyed saying that as much as I'm pretty sure you guys enjoyed hearing it.
Characteristics.
Don Quixote family, Treble Army, Special Powers Team, Sugar, Violet, and Giola. Diamante Army, Fighter Brigade, with Lao G, Mach Weiss, Senor Pink, and Dellinger. And the Pika Army, Assault Squad, with Gladius, Buffalo, and Baby 5.
And we know of 2 more outside the country.
Supreme Officer Virgo and Officer Monet, both dead.
So we won't have to deal with the fighters over here. Good luck, Frankie. But they're all pretty tough. What's the difference then?
And we cut to a building as the Tontadas launch out of a vent inside this what looks to be like a area with shipping containers. And Usopp finds out that these Tontadas don't exactly stop on a dime. But Robin's okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry about that, Uso Land.
As Usopp's face is kind of, messed up from crashing into the wall.
We made it! This is where we'll find the trading port and factory! The underground world! Place sure seems noisy. Are those sounds from the surface leaking down here?
And then Robin starts looking around, and there's a crashing sound.
Hey, who just dropped their load?
You trapped me underneath! My body's crashed!
I'm so sorry. I'll work harder. I swear. Just let me see my family. You kidding? If you can't meet your quota, the only thing you'll see is a scrap heap. Get him out of here! No! Wait! I can still work! Anything but that!
Usopp, goes Robin as she's sneaking around, and she's got her shades on. I have to say, I love Robin's Dressrosa outfit. Thank you, God.
Hey, Robin, I think I just heard.
And Robin's got her shades on as she's sneaking around. And it's a massive port that they're in.
I can still work! Someone help! You don't like it? The deal's off then. You can't rip me off like that. Oh, if only you didn't have Joker backing you up.
What's going on here? It's like a gigantic port town!
And that's the end of chapter 732. Onwards to 733. What the soldier wants. I'm going to try and not monologue as much as I have in the past, simply because these chapters, there's a lot of chapters here, and I want to get done at a pretty decent time and not keep you all here too long. So I won't go too long. But we have Suleiman, who's going up against Rebecca.
Suleiman charges into the fight!
Die, Rebecca, die!
Go!
Off with her head, Suleiman!
The hero of the Diaz naval battle was driven from his home for being a war criminal. Now he's a terrifying killer who makes his living in the criminal underworld. Look at his stance! Not a hint of life in it! He might as well be a ghost!
I killed them all for my homeland, for love of country. Diaz Naval Battle Class A War Criminal, Suleiman the Beheader. How do you feel? Is it not hard to breathe in this country, feeling such hate from all around?
I don't care how hard it is. I don't care who hates me. I just want to live with Soldier.
Block D is down to barely 30 survivors, including the detestable Rebecca, who refuses to die. Wait, another man, excuse me, beast, has fallen. That's the end of Agio the Fighting Lion, who has spilled the blood of dozens during his reign.
And the person who's holding up this lion is
Adventurer, Commodore of the Yonta Maria Fleet, Orlumbus.
He's fallen prey to Orlumbus's whip.
He's so tough.
Way to go, Commodore!
Will it be the odds maker's favorite, or the unexpected dark horse?
Cavendish the Pirate, Damask the Arsonist, and Mummy the Sorcerer.
Only one can win! Who will have the glory of taking down King Riku's granddaughter?
Soldier, where are you now? Please don't die. I don't need anything else.
The Shadow Port, beneath Dressrosa.
I feel more in tune with doing voices for this particular volume right now. I'm just feeling it right now. I'm flowing.
The Shadow Port, beneath Dressrosa.
What? The soldier's already gone. I thought he was your captain.
The captain has his own grand mission to undertake. He'll strike down Doflamingo the moment Operation SOP succeeds. He headed off to the powers with a few select Tontanes. Good luck, Captain. After all, we have the hero Uzoland with us, so you can give us orders for Operation SOP and the quest to knock out Sugar.
I'm in charge of the most important step of all.
And this is Usopp thinking to himself.
This is where we are now.
And and Leo points to a little map that shows where they are.
The middle is all dwarf bridges. The middle is all dwarf bridges. You see that building in the distance that looks like a sea urchin? That's the officer's tower. It's where we'll find our target, Sugar.
Huh? As some guards are listening, some guards can hear them speaking.
Who's over here? Are you skiving off work back here?
Yeah! I've been spotted! It's all over!
Wimple! Yeah.
And Robin is prepared to grab them while the Tontatas rush in.
Hang on, you. What ship are you with?
Me? I am just a passing.
No one's allowed off the ships except for negotiators, huh?
What? What? It's a fairy attack! We've been stripped down to our skivvies!
As both the Tontatas have stripped these two guards down to their boxers.
Tontata, combat! Tailhammer!
And both Leo and Rampo jump up and they slam their tails on the heads of these guards and knock them completely unconscious. Just to show you how strong they are, hitting them in the head caused some of their teeth to fly out. And they're actually, not only were they knocked out, but they were embedded in the ground from the force of this tail hammer attack. Ah! And that shocks Usopp. And though both Leo and Rampo land just like ain't nothing happened.
They're drilled into the ground!
Here your disguises, Usoland, Wabiland. I have to say, that was brilliant pretending to be scared to distract the guards.
Are you all?
Yo, Cedas, good to see you.
Are you all this powerful?
Yeah, that's about right. But we're nothing compared to the Nolan family. You can take down Neptunians.
Where are we at? Usopp and Robin have just infiltrated the underground port, and they have just been given the disguises to blend in with everyone down there.
But we're nothing compared to the Nolan family. You can take down Neptunians.
What kind of a monster do they think I am? On the other hand, maybe I can win without having to fight. Have no fear, my warriors! Usoland will give the orders!
And Robin is just silent throughout all of this as she, disguises herself as well.
Our foe is a little girl. We'll pile on and scare the snot out of her. Follow me! On second thought, lead the way!
Yes, sir! To the officers' tower!
Connecting the palace, House of Toys, and Trading Port. The lift.
As we see people running into the lift.
Hurry, get on! There's an intruder in the House of Toys.
I hear it's
the Straw Hat crew.
And it shows the one-legged soldier with some other Tontatas.
That's Froland. He's in battle with Senor Pink at the East Door. They're after the factory on this floor.
Did you hear we might get a bonus for taking him out?
Really? How much?
Going up!
At the very least, we'll get that hefty bounty. Really?
So I hear. And they just go up.
You sure?
And they're going up in the elevator all silently. They're like professionals. They're just in there just being silent.
At this rate, we'll only bounce between the House of Toys and Underground. We must take over the lift. You wait in here. Surrender! I control the lift now.
As the one-legged soldier pops up.
Wait a minute! That's the Thunder Soldier from the Coliseum! How'd he get in here?
And they try to shoot. One dude tries to shoot him, but the one-legged soldier dodges the bullet.
He dodged? Too slow.
And knocks out the dude with the butt of his gun.
Why yell?
And this toy soldier dodges again and knocks this dude out too.
Too slow.
Then we get a flashback.
Too slow.
Soldier hit me! It's child abuse!
It is not. I don't want to hit you.
Then stop before you connect!
There is no growth without a sense of danger. Focus, Rebecca. A human being's instincts are much stronger. Much, much stronger. You must throw them out. Trust in your human power.
But you're not a human, you're a toy!
Don't get smart with me.
As Toy Soldier is training Rebecca, but, boops her in the head. Well, bops her in the head. Boop and bop are two different sounds.
I don't want to learn anything about fighting anymore! Why can't you always keep me safe, soldier?
I am a toy. With enough rain and wind, I will rust solid. I do not know when I will reach my limit. Stand, Rebecca. Be strong!
As we cut to the present again, and he's still fighting the henchmen inside of the elevator.
This body is not meant for fighting. After all, toys are built to fall apart by the time a child becomes an adult, aren't they?
Not all of them! And he continues to fight.
Forgive me, Rebecca. Your poor, clumsy father. can teach you nothing but strength.
Whoa, I never knew he was so tough.
What's the point of all this? You're just a toy. What do you want?
I want a peaceful country where my child can live in happiness, and I'll give my life to make it happen. I'm taking Dressrosa back for the Riku dynasty.
King Riku?
Corridor Coliseum. What just happened?
What just happened?
Huh? As everyone's looking around confused. That was fast. That was so fast.
Huh? Was it? I didn't see a thing.
I've heard the rumors, but...
What? I don't believe this! They're all knocked out! All the mighty survivors left in Block D have fallen to the ground! None are left standing! Can this truly be happening? Who was it? And what did they do? In the span of an instant, something has befallen Block D! No, wait! Someone's rising to their feet!
Everyone is on the ground right now. All the people. Damask, Rebecca, Mummy, Orlumbus, Suleiman, they're all on the ground.
No, wait! Someone's rising to their feet!
And that's the end of chapter 733. We got an SBS, if we can go on to 734. Hey, I'll get things started without Odachi. So let's get things going with a bang. Here goes. Ready, set,
SOS!
sign, Klutzy Candy Apple. Help! Someone help! Klutzy Candy Apple is drowning! SOS! SOS! It's SBS. Odachi, I forgive you. Sign, Kozueri. Excuse me? Are you implying that my joke fell flat? Hello, I fell in love with Cavendish at first sight. So Odachi, I'd love to know his birthday. How about this? Caven sounds like cabbage, which is a vegetable, which is yasai in Japanese. And that becomes August 31st when you turn it into numbers. Sound good? Signed, Prince with Shining Teeth. My shiny teeth and me. Answer. Pretending to mull it over. Pretending to mull it over. Okay, doesn't really care. In chapter 731, when the toy soldier is explaining Operation SOP, I noticed that there are little Tontata versions of Zoro, Luffy, Sanji, Chopper, Nami, Brook, and even Panda Man. What does this mean? I'm sure my beloved Mr. Oda has a very, very deep reason behind it. If you don't tell me... Signed, I'll start the SBS. Answer. Whoa, you started the SBS? But it's already going. Anyway, well spotted. Reason? None whatsoever. I just challenged my readers to see if I could slip it past them. Well, I lost. Chapter 734, The Slicing Winds of Rommel. Request, Usopp riding a plain giraffe and drawing it some new spots by Croquette from Aichi.
An eerie finish! All 20-something remaining contestants have been inexplicably knocked out! Block D is in chaos! But in the center of the ring, before our eyes, a figure gets to its feet! Could this be our winner? Is this the one responsible?
And everyone is cheering. Everyone is cheering until we see a armor-clad foot with a sword stand up, and everyone stops cheering, and even Gyatz is left speechless. As a person who stands up, it's Rebecca!
It's Rebecca! Rebecca has climbed to her feet!
And everyone immediately starts booing Rebecca because she's still alive.
The mighty parade of worthy contestants has each considered capable of winning Block D remains fallen within the ring. The last finalist of this Corridor Coliseum tourney is none other than she who holds the blood of disgraced King Riku, the prisoner gladiator, Rebecca!
Screw this!
What cheap trick did you use, Rebecca?
I demand an investigation! Prisoner gladiator cells. That a girl, you did it, Rebecca! I don't know how she did it, but she won!
How can it end like that? What did she do to Sir Cavendish?
How could Commodore Olympus lose to that skinny wench? And people are making a massive uproar about the fact that Rebecca won. Slicing wins as we cut back to Vice Admiral Bastille. The slicing winds of Rommel. Years ago, there were reports of a strange phenomenon occurring in the kingdom of Rommel late at night. Terrifying gusts of wind that slashed right through innocent bystanders. A naval battleship was deployed to solve the issue. We lost a lot of good sailors to that eerie wind, but in the end we'd learned the cause of those cutting breezes. It was a man named Hakuba. We still haven't brought him to justice, but every time Hakuba appears, another pirate happens to be in town at the same time.
And then we go back to the Colosseum as Rebecca is looking at Cavendish, who's also unconscious. But unlike everyone else, he's the only one without a single scratch on him. And then we have Rebecca thinking back to when the fight went on.
Ah! You cannot escape my blade, girl. You cannot escape my blade, girl.
As Suleiman is trying to take out Rebecca, but she keeps dodging him. Then Cavendish bumps into Suleiman. And he tries to hit Cavendish, but Cavendish just ducks. But Cavendish is not paying attention to him.
Huh?
Goes Rebecca.
Something is wrong with him. He's asleep?
And then, Cavendish just falls straight asleep and he falls to the ground. And everyone looks in his direction. Orlumbus, some other gladiator fighters, Mummy, even Suleiman. A whole bunch of gladiators and some other unnamed gladiators try to rush Cavendish, but then Cavendish's sleeping face suddenly wakes up, and his face has completely changed, has become more wildly. He grabs his sword, and then all of a sudden, all you see is a burst of wind, and all of these gladiators that tried to jump Cavendish get cut immediately. Weapons destroyed. The only thing that gets hit from Cavendish is his hat, but he's nowhere to be seen. Then, everyone else in the ring just gets sliced one after the other, but no one can see what's going on. Even Orlumbus gets hit, Suleiman gets hit, Damask, Mummy, everyone gets hit. Just in a flash of a second. And then Rebecca sees something move past her at high speed, and hit her in the helmet, but she manages to dodge it with enough time to avoid suffering a fatal blow. And the person that's right behind Rebecca is in fact Cavendish, but he has this devilish smile on his face. Devilish smile, his hair is wild, his eyes are completely white, and then it changes back to the original Cavendish's face, and he falls over, leaving Rebecca the only person that would be left standing during that entire fight.
He's a sleepwalker? That's right. He awakens while Cavendish is asleep. An alternate personality, name Hakuba.
Note, Hakuba sounds like White Knight, Cavendish's nickname.
Hakuba committed the crimes and was chased out to sea, and it was Cavendish who therefore had to live as a pirate.
Wow, the poor sap.
Nah, don't pity him. He enjoys the fame this brings him. Indulge in sympathy and he'll get the best of you. He's a genius with a sword to begin with, and Hakuba's twice the fighter Cavendish is. Of course, the fact that he has to fall asleep to appear doesn't work out so well within the confines of a Colosseum fight.
Little does Bastille know that literally just happened. And then we have Cavendish, who's still unconscious.
There's no way Rebecca could win! Search her! She must have a pistol!
And Rebecca's just confused about everything that just went on.
I'm in the finals.
As the only person to actually see through Hakuba's slashes, you can't claim she was simply lucky. Though her circumstances matter little to me, I will not hand the flame fruit to anyone. And this is the individual who's standing next to Bartolomeo. And then we have Burgess, who's watching this whole thing go down.
The finals at last.
The Palace of Dressrosa.
Did you see that? Your granddaughter's one lucky woman. By the way, I can't believe both of you were fighting in the same tournament. Mighty strange, King Riku. Our former king must be growing desperate to seek out a devil fruit. In fact, your entire family is acting strange today. Rebecca, as King Riku is in the same room with Doflamingo, bound in chains.
Including Violet. Is today some kind of anniversary? The actions you took this morning were enough to drive me into despair. For the future of this country, that is. Maybe that's your view of it, but Viola is different. She's a schemer through and through. She made a bet. She bet that the pirate alliance of the new warlord who stood up to me, Trafalgar Law, and the man of the times 2 years ago, he's of the accursed bloodline, Monkey D. Luffy, would be enough to strike me down. But you can already see what became of Law, and Straw Hat Luffy, meanwhile, will never leave the Colosseum as a human being. The only one of them doing anything is a cyborg in Straw Hat's crew, Frankie. He's apparently attacking the House of Toys as we speak, but can he do anything against my officers?
As Senor Pink is fighting Frankie and just casually suplexing him.
The only other pawns Straw Hat has are Pirate Hunter Zoro, Foxfire Kinemon, Nico Robin, and Sniper King. And the only two entrances to the factory are the House of Toys and the entrance to this palace. They'll never come close to getting underground.
Meanwhile, Robin and Usopp are close underground. Rock Lee versus Doflamingo? I mean, unless you have considerable physical strength, Parasite, if Doflamingo hits Rock Lee with Parasite String, it's gonna be difficult. But like I said before, power scaling between Naruto and One Piece can be a bit, iffy sometimes. You have literal planet busters at least you have literal worldwide devastators in the world of Naruto. So it's kind of hard to gauge that in One Piece to a degree.
They'll never come close to getting underground.
Maybe if he drinks some sake? Maybe. Foot, as it shows Robin and Usopp proceeding through the port, disguised, while the Tontadas are sneaking around as well.
Foot of the Royal Plateau. Then, if we get inside the palace, we can go to both the House of Toys and the factories.
And this is Kinemon.
They're all connected on the inside.
I still cannot believe my eyes. Such a tiny human. She's like a toy. These little people are awesome.
We're not supposed to show ourselves to the big people outside of the royal family, but the Straw Hat Usolanders are different.
Usolanders?
The captain's Operation SOP has already begun. Look, you can see it ahead. It's the lift to the palace. But to ride the lift, you have to show your guards the pass.
No need. We'll whoop them.
But that'll cause a scene and bring more enemies.
Huh? Who's there? Who's that there? Another enemy?
You must be Straw Hat Luffy.
Huh?
I've been waiting for you. Let me guide you into the palace.
And this is Viola. This is Viola who's there in front of Luffy, Kinemon, and Zoro. That's the end of chapter 734. Onwards to 735. But first in SBS. Oda! I was playing Underwear Man with my little sister yesterday, putting underwear on my head. Want to play? It's simple. Just put the underwear on and run around saying, "You'll pay if you don't put underwear on your head." That's it. Try it out. It's fun. Sign Maybata. I really think that's not a thing you should do with your sister. Just saying. Wow, that does sound fun. Whee! Knock it off! It's disgusting. Question. Robin's hands are truly gorgeous. Please let me rub them. Sign, Yoshikage0130. This is Yoshikage Kira, isn't it? My name is Yoshikage Kira. I'm 31 years old. I don't like smoking, but I do enjoy the occasional drink. Sorry, I'm monologuing again. Pervert! Please, you have to stop this! I'm getting constant complaints from the PTA about this section. Stop sending in these undignified comments and questions.
Question: which scene made you cry the most as you were drawing it? Please tell me. Signed, CA100. Answer: now this is the kind of serious question I want. There are plenty of scenes that got me teary as I drew them. In fact, it's often so difficult to draw that I have to get up out of my chair. The one that made me cry the most, or at least was the most painful, was probably the scene where Vivi says, "Stop all the fighting" in volume 23. That was so hard I couldn't finish it for a while. There are plenty of scenes I can think of, but that might be the one. Question: here's a question. If Marco's junk gets cut off, will it grow back? Signed, Sagan. Answer: yes, even as Marcus can grow back. Hey! Chapter 735, Fujitora's Plan. Request: Sanji practices his juggling with armadillos, by Koge Buta from Kyoto.
All that's left is the final match! Also, the 4 officers scheduled for the final have been replaced by, do I believe my eyes, the hero of the Colosseum! None other than Mr. Diamante himself! Diamante!
To the medical room! As people are being ferried to the medical room, including Cavendish, who's, steadily sleeping.
Hurry! Oh, Lucy! I made it to the final 2. Huh? Lucy? But that's not...
Hey, you! You don't get to talk to the... You must be Rebecca. I'm familiar with your background. I might be causing a bit of a stir soon, but I won't do you wrong, says this person who pats Rebecca on the back. It's all about putting on appearances here. Something about that reminds me of the land where we grew up. And this person, who Rebecca once thought was Lucy, walks right past her, and he has like a fake X drawn on his chest, and he's carrying a pipe as a weapon. Royal Plateau.
I've got a pass. The lift here can take you out to the palace.
Lift to the palace entrance.
But if you're spotted and they stop the lift, it's all over. I wouldn't try it if I were you. You look far too suspicious.
Madam, I'm offended. And this is Kinemon inside. This is Kinemon inside of his frog costume saying like, Madam, I am offended. The look on the frog just threw me off.
You look far too suspicious.
Madam, I'm offended. You're the one who lured our cook away, aren't you? Sanji?
Blackleg.
Oh, my beloved Violet.
He rushed off to rescue your ship.
Yeah, we know the rest. Didn't you call yourself one of Mingo's henchmen?
She's only pretending to be one of Doflamingo's underwings.
Wicca.
You remember me?
Have you forgotten my powers? I've been watching over all of your plans. I even know that you've begun to fight alongside the one-legged soldier who helped raise Rebecca over the years, in the place of my late sister. I saw everything. Thank you for believing in my father.
Princess Viola!
What? You're a princess?
Long, long ago.
Wait, so if Rebecca's the king's granddaughter, you're her mom? And Viola pushes down this, what looks to be like a secret entrance.
Go in.
A hidden door? Are you a ninja?
Rebecca's my niece, the daughter of my older sister.
Whoa!
This is a Rico Dynasty secret. Our emergency escape. Not even Doflamingo knows of this shaft.
Oh!
There's also a pulley for cargo. We can take the stairs to the palace.
And then someone's coughing because it's really dusty in this place. Okay, Luffy, you grab this stone and shoot up to the top. Oh, a bold stratagem. Huh? Then by grabbing the chain, the weight carries you down and lifts us to the apex.
But that's madness.
Okay, I'll be right back.
What?
Make it quick, Luffy. Do not dally, Kunoichi. Note, a Kunoichi is a female ninja. As both Zoro and Kinemon's are like, yeah, you might want to get in here, otherwise you're gonna get left. The House of Toys, and the fighting still continues. I've had enough of this. Frankie, rocket launcher! And he starts firing rockets all around him. He upgraded his shoulder cannons into actual shoulder cannons. I'm proud of his upgrades in this arc.
Run for it! This guy's crazy! Also, he don't shoot nothing out of that gun on his head! Watch out, Senor Pink! Watch out, Senor! Use your powers to dive! This is no time for brushing your teeth with a shield brush!
What? Oh my god, he's so hard-boiled! Senora!
As Senor Pink gets blasted by Frankie.
How can this be? Senor Pink! Senor! Why didn't you use your powers to evade?
Don't get the wrong idea, little boys. My swim fruit powers that let me swim in walls and floors don't exist for the sole purpose of running from the enemy. Let me tell you something. I swim when I wanna swim.
He's so carefree! Oh, look! He's covered with blood and full of broken bones, yet he's using brandy to disinfect himself!
No.
Huh?
No, I know what he's doing. Senor stood up to the risk of death and took that shot head on because
One of your fellows was trapped and immobile behind you!
Arr, my tummy hurting.
Isn't that right?
As it shows that Mock Vice was caught up in this as well.
Oh, senor! My heart is fit to burst! My heart is fit to burst for you!
Don't know. I don't live in the past.
Make love to me, senor!
Can you stand, Vice?
I'm like, lady, calm down. Calm down. Get her some water. Get these women some water. Because they thirst. My goodness. He's in the middle of the fight and y'all want to do the deed right now? Now's not the time. Wait until afterwards when it's quiet.
Can you stand, Vice? Dang, that guy's hard-boiled.
Dein Tonton! And Mock Vice. Dein Tonton! And Mock Vice is above Frankie, and he falls straight towards Frankie and craters the ground with a belly flop.
Whoa!
Oh, that hurtings my tum-tum. I missed again. Darn, but you're eating a slippery one. Don Quixote family, Diamante army officer, Mock Vice.
Shut up! What the super heck is with you people? Floating in the air, slipping into the ground?
Stop right there! Cyborg Frankie of the Straw Hat Pirates. The Navy has a house of toys surrounded on all sides.
Huh? What's the Navy got to do with this?
What? I ain't heard of none of this.
Here comes more noisemakers.
As Senor Pink has apparently taken another woman's bra and is wiping his face yet again. The palace.
The Navy's moving in. I'm impressed at your resolve, Fujitora.
The suit chamber.
Well, we ain't doing it to make your side to take your side in the matter. With the Straw Hats involved, and even more suspicious characters afoot. I'd call it the proper course of action. The military's role in this scuffle is to minimize the suffering of the small folk. If Straw Hat's intention in this matter is to take you out, then I reckon he won't shy from destruction and havoc. In which case, my justice says that he needs a stoppin', and I'll deal with you after that.
Excuse me?
I'm new to this game, fresh off the World Draft, but now that I've been placed in the role of an admiral, I've got a goal in mind. The complete and utter eradication of the Seven Warlord system. One of them pirates attempted to hijack a major country. I've no doubt that if he succeeded, it'd be in as a dire state as this one. It would be in as dire a state as this one is today. What will happen to the balance of the three powers? Won't know that until we knock it down.
And as he says this, Doflamingo tries to kick Fujitora, but Fujitora instantly blocks it.
But the more evil and iniquity you bring about, the higher the price on your head, heavenly demon.
I could have sworn I just heard you say, get rid of me now, while you have the chance.
Keep your britches on. We can still get along for now. I'm of a mind to protect your kingdom, and if any rough edges should happen to be exposed to the light, well, rest assured, I'll be turning a blind eye on 'em. The reverie is this year. Like it or not, the world will act.
And then, I love Fujitora so much as a character. Mock Vice reminds you of Kumadori. Is it the way that I'm making his voice sound?
It's the Corona Coliseum! Ultra Final Match!
And we have many people who are cheering in the stands, and Koala makes her way to the stands as well.
I made it.
The entire country watches live as we prepare a special ring for the free-for-all over that fabulous grand prize. All that's left is the entrance of our 5 contestants.
I'm getting a bit excited for this. Let's get going, Marine Coliseum.
It's Bartolomeo! How'd you get that wrong?
First to appear, the surprise finalist, this tourney's wayward wanderer, our beloved Lucy!
Just watch me, Ace. As Lucy walks out on stage, pipe in hand with fist in the air. And that's the end of chapter 735. We got another SBS, so we can move on to 734. Well, 736. I'm going backwards. Why was I going backwards? Dofi's Nux attacking Fujitora. Didn't he learn from Kuzan? See, the thing about Doflamingo is that he's cocky. And the fact that should tip you off is that Fujitora's not a man to mess with, is the fact that this man is blind and nothing's been able to hit him so far. And he's been blitzing everything and handling everything nonchalantly. He's literally a Navy admiral and he can't even see. And this man is just casually taking on everything like it's nothing. Yeah, Dofi, go ahead. Mess around and find out. Question: can Fujitora's birthday be August 10th? Fu can refer to 8, and To can be 10. Oh, cool. So Fujitora's birthday is going... Wow, I am going to be ending my series, my One Piece read-through series, the day after Fujitora's birthday. Because my series ends on the 11th. So, wow, that's cool. My series ends after Fujitora's birthday. Fu can refer to 8, and To can be 10. He still has that celestial dragon arrogance. That's why he's testing admirals. Yeah, he has that. Yeah, that's pretty much him. He's cocky. He thinks he's above everyone else. That same mentality of a celestial dragon is still very much present in Doflamingo, even though he is a pirate now. And To can be 10. Signed, Todo Hitamanu. Answer. Pretending to mull it over. Fell asleep. Woke up. Okay. Doesn't really care. Hey, Yodachi! Is Fujitora based on the role of Zatoichi, the blind swordsman played by Shintaro Katsu? I don't know who that is, but Mommy and Daddy said so. Sign, Mitarashi Dango. Answer. Yes, that's right. My generation would never mistake good old Katsushin, but I suppose the younger folks wouldn't know him. There are plenty of newer movies with the Zatoichi title, but he was originally a sub-character from a totally different story played by an actor named Shintaro Katsu. Between TV productions and movies, there are over 100 pieces of film based on this famous character. Let me guess, you're not interested. I know that. So anyway, Katsushin really hated reading scripts, so when it came to the TV shows, and then Oda just starts to trail off.
Question. Mr. Oda, when will we get to see Naval Admiral Momosagi, Pink Rabbit, sexy dynamite Momosagi, with her lethal knockout beauty? I can barely sleep at night from all the anticipation. Signed, Sanji's brother, Yonji 2. Answer. Momosagi? Momo-usagi? Not Momosagi, it's Momo-usagi, because Usagi is rabbit. Momo-usagi? The current admirals are Kizaru, Fujitora, Ryokugyu, Momo-usagi? Oh, I know who you mean. Yeah, of course. The Vice Admiral. She was one of the candidates for Admiral, right? Yeah, totally. I can show you right now. This is Vice Admiral Momo-usagi. Some say she might be modeled after a young Michio Kogude. Chapter 736, Supreme Officer Diamante. Request, Nami the Cat Burglar gets burglarized by some cats, by Jun Sanpei, female.
Are you ready for the finals? Die, Rebecca! Sir Diamante! Between the winners of all 4 competition blocks, and Mr. Diamante, and to our valorous champion, will go the grand prize!
And then everyone is, Diamante just waving towards everyone. Rebecca's there. The Lucy dude is here.
Sir Diamante!
Whee! Go to heck, you looky-loos.
No, you go to heck! The Logia Devil Fruit! The Logia Devil Fruit! Strongest of the 3 types! The Flame Fruit!
Whee! It's all mine! Jesus Burgess of the Blackbeard Pirates.
Who is he? Certainly not Lucy.
Huh?
Stop this match! Pull Rebecca out of the ring! We gotta redo Block D! You can't expect us to accept that hogwash ending!
Seems we got some controversy!
Rebecca! We'd never lose to a spindly little twig like you! Let's settle this right now!
Yeah, that's more like it! Get her!
Hey!
Move it, you!
And it's Diamante.
The results speak for themselves. Learn when to fold. Quit trying to ruin my show.
What's this all about?
Come on, right here.
Don't treat us like charging bulls! And Diamante takes his cape and puts it in front of him. And the gladiators who lost in the battle with Rebecca and everyone else, because Hakuba took everyone out, they run into Diamante, but they run into Diamante and they break their swords, all of their weapons directly on Diamante instantly.
Ah!
It ripples as though by a breeze, but this cape is actually hard steel. I am a flag man with the powers of the ripple fruit. I can touch any object and I can cause any object I touch to ripple, no matter its qualities.
And Diamante takes his sword and it starts to change shape until it fashions itself into a solid bull head.
Lock! Corps de glaive!
And he uses this corps de glaive to take out all the very upset gladiators and knocks them all out. And one of them falls on the see-through grates, and blood starts to fall into the water.
I'd turn back if I were you. The final match has its own special fighting fish, and they are fine-tuned to the scent of blood.
As a fighting fish comes up and launches at the gladiators, destroying the entire drawbridge.
It's flying! Yeah!
And they get knocked into the water.
These fighting fish are a class above what we've seen so far. Did you see that deadly charge? These vicious fish will even lash out at the fighters in the ring. They follow no rules. These are the bosses, the alpha males of every school of fighting fish. And on one of their backs lies this tournament's prize, the Flame Fruit.
And it's Diamante who's screaming all this.
The rules are simple. Seize that fruit, and whoever is standing in the ring last is the winner. Don Quixote family supreme officer, champion of the Corrida Coliseum, Diamante. Also user of the flag fruit.
And now the final battle begins! A 5-man battle royale with the hero Diamante! A free-for-all for a devil fruit! Death match with fighting fish!
And the people we have in this match is Diamante, Jesus Burgess, Lucy, Rebecca, and Bartolomeo.
Who will earn the flame fruit? And there's... Ding! The bell!
Outer Tower, Palace Outskirts.
Here we are.
Is that the entrance to the palace?
Is that the entrance to the palace?
Not yet. That's the door to the external tower on the outer ward of the palace. Don't let the guards spot you. There's another secret entrance into the outer tower. This way. If we raise trouble...
Diamante, aka Steve Tyler, pretty much.
If we raise trouble and the officers are called, we'll soon be trapped. The man named Pika is trouble in particular. If he finds us, we'll never reach Doflamingo.
Huh? Where is Luffy? Where is Sir Luffy?
Over there!
Gum!
Who's that koi fish?
Yo, Ivan Ortiz! Welcome to... Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Wow, you just made my day. You really have. Thank you. Gum!
Who's that koi fish? Giant! What's up with that koi? A puffer fish? Pistol!
And Luffy, still inside of his fish suit, launches a giant pistol at the gate to burst through.
What in the world is he doing?
It's open now!
Not the way we wanted!
Oh no, we'll just keep going. At this point, using the entrance is faster.
I can take this off now, right?
I suppose you're going to anyway.
There. What was that?
Report from the entrance of the outer wall of the outer tower. We have an intruder. It's Straw Hat Luffy.
But Doflamingo is silent and watching the Coliseum right now. And he's confused.
The fish flies through the air. Lucy leaps aside with ease. He's certainly nimble.
What the heck's he talking about?
You're certain there's an intruder?
And this is Baby 5 with Gladius, who has a new helmet on.
But you must be mistaken. Straw Hat Luffy is acting as Lucy and fighting in the Coliseum. This is the B2 Tower Cafeteria entrance. It's him, all right. Straw Hat Luffy, as well as Pirate Hunter Zoro and Lady Violet. Ah!
And Doflamingo is looking at the feet of the Coliseum, seeing Lucy fighting in the Coliseum right now.
Then what's that in the Coliseum? Who is he? What the heck is going on?
And this is confusing Doflamingo so much. On the lift between the trading port and palace.
Ada! Oh! Ada!
Doflamingo family, Diamante army, Lao G.
Captain! Why you?
And we have Cub, who gets closer and closer to trying and stab Lao G in the face. And Lao G just whips up some glasses and then proceeds to swiftly bat away Cub.
If only we'd known that this lift had an officer on it.
Ah, you fools! I received an order to protect the entrance to the House of Toys. So I waited at the entrance to the underground port, and I rode on the lift again, meaning I keyed off on the wrong floor the first time. Gee! You won't come close to the palace, intruders!
Wrong. We're going no matter what.
They went up to Outer Tower B1! As we see Luffy and company still running through the palace. It's empty here. Just you wait, Mingo.
Security hasn't caught up to us.
And then something starts to come out of the wall. Like come out of the wall. Huh? And it's a giant man made of stone.
What the?
It's a stone monster.
Oh no! Pika!
That's the end of chapter 736. We got another SBS and we can move on to 737. Question. We're a husband and wife who love One Piece with all of our hearts. We made an eraser stamp of Treble's face and came up with a quiz question for you. Signed Rio and Kyoko Yamamoto. Answer. Thank you very much. Nice work, you lovebirds. Let's try this quiz together. Question. Select the correctly dressed Treble from the 4 choices below. We have Treble in his usual outfit, Treble on the body of Baby 5, Treble on the body of Dellinger, and Treble on the body of Doflamingo. Answer. Did you figure it out? To find out if you answer correctly, turn to page... Why would you need to look up the answer? Come on, you lovebirds, that's obvious. Oops, sorry, flew off the handle a little bit there. Anyway, let me move my mouse, because my mouth was still sitting on the end stream button for all this time. I gotta avoid that. That's obvious! Oops, sorry, flew off the handle a bit there. Anyway, I put this one in the book not because of the quiz, but because I like the drawings. Guess what? The answer is 1. And, you know, obviously it's Treble's head on his actual body. By the way, in volume 72, I said the Colosseum was based on ancient Greece, but that was wrong. I was thinking of ancient Rome. Sorry about the mistake. Chapter 737, Officer's Tower! Requests, Zoro having a drinking contest with a monkey boss by Noda Skywalker from Osaka. Can you spoil the chat now? Just kidding. Nope, you cannot! Not even as a joke! Not even as a joke. Chapter 737, Officer's Tower.
Be careful. He's one of the family's supreme officers.
The stone monster?
He's a stone assimilation man. Assimilation man with the power of the stone fruit.
And Pika jabs his arms into the adjacent walls next to him. And so you're saying he's not just made out of stone? His body
becomes one with any stone he touches, which means this stone palace is completely under his control.
The walls! As Pika grabs both the walls and he starts drawing the walls in an attempt to crush Viola, Zoro, and Luffy.
Corridor Coliseum.
And the fighting fish flies free again! Can Burgess evade it? Shockwave! Elbow!
And I love it how he says it in Japanese.
Hadou! Erbo!
And then just sends a fighting fish flying. I just like... Sometimes, occasionally, I just go...
Hadou! Erbo!
And just bodies the fighting fish, sending it flying in the opposite direction. Shocking Gyatz!
Ah! The Colosseum is quaking! There it is again! Burgess' special move! The Shockwave Elbow! It rips a hole in the stands! Ah!
Boo! Boo!
The upstart pirate Blackbeard is supported by his 10 Titanic captains, and one of them is Jesus Burgess! Stretchers! We need stretchers! That madman, the crowd isn't supposed to be part of the show!
And the fighting fish, one of the fighting fish breaks the surface of the water, and it has a chest on its back, and everyone notices.
There it is! The fighting fish who bears the devil fruit on its back! It leaps after Rebecca!
If I can just get the chains.
And she tumbles out of the way as the fighting fish is ignoring her and just flies over. Then Lucy jumps up on top of the fighting fish. Gotcha. But Diamante draws his sword in order to hit Lucy.
I'm sure you'd love to get your hands on it, but it's not yours to take, Straw Hat.
But Lucy breaks the sword of Diamante just instantly.
Huh? Wee! I'll blow you right out of the air! Hadouken!
Burgess is winding up!
And everyone is screaming because he's aiming at another area where more civilians are still sitting.
Run for it! He's doing that thing again!
Hiding behind me? Why you scheming?
Because Rebecca knows about Bartolomeo's barrier abilities.
Will you stand and take the blow, Lucy? Hadouken! Shockwave!
Lucy's got no time to escape!
Hurry! Get out of the way!
Dragon Claw!
Elbow!
And Burgess and Lucy clash against one another. And Lucy is shown using hockey with his Dragon Claw. It took me a while to get this down, but I can't do it so widespread as Lucy can do. But this individual clashes with Burgess, and they're both using hockey. But Burgess's armor gets crushed underneath the power of Lucy's Dragon Claw, shocking everyone.
Whoa! Lucy! Burgess's armor is split into pieces!
Way to go, role model!
So you're not going to make it that easy, eh?
Wait a second. His battle style ain't the same. Is that really Straw Hat?
Team Usopp, underground trading port.
More and more toys keep filing out.
More and more toys keep filing out.
That's proof we'll find sugar in the offices or in the offices tower.
What are those tentacle things?
The center is the tower. The center of the tower is the office's lift. All the pipes from different directions bring down big people and broken toys. All around Dressrosa are entrances to the scrap heap. They drop all the way down under the office's tower to land on top of the pile.
Inside the officer's tower. And it's Cavendish. Oh, I've really had enough of this now. First a mountain of garbage, now this. Where am I? And this gooey substance. I'm not even that hurt, so it made no sense to take me to the medical room in the first place.
Not gooey, it's sticky.
Oh, you're so close! Who the devil are you? And this is Cavendish speaking to Treble.
This is the officer's tower, but this factory-like room, which produces many toys for some reason, has another name. What is that other name, Sugar?
I almost skipped over another page.
The officer's tower.
Wrong! I got boogers! 2 hanging ropes!
Gross. Die.
I ain't gonna die! I don't wanna listen to little brats like you!
Don Quixote family supreme officer, Treble, user of the stick fruit. Help me, child. I can't move. Get this sticky substance off of... And Sugar walks over to Cavendish and puts her hand on him, and he instantly turns into a toy. Get this sticky substance off of... Doop. Me.
And now the contract. Thou shalt not harm humans. Thou shalt obey the family's orders.
What are you saying? Something's wrong with my body. Put me back to...
Enough talk! Go out and work!
What? I can't speak. Why can't I disobey his orders? Now you know why I find it creepy. You make Treble sound like Barney. I just try to make him sound as much as the English dub as possible. I'm no replacement for the official dub voice actor for Treble, but I never thought of it that way. I never thought of it that way. Barney. Creepy Barney. What? I can't speak. Why can't I disobey his orders?
Thou shalt obey the family's orders.
Contract?
Nobody remembers you no more. Even I don't remember who you are. You're gonna work or fight for Dofi until you die.
Hey, what's going on? I've been turned into a toy.
The port's out past the furthest door.
As Treble, no worries, you love it? Nice, thank you.
The port's out past the furthest door.
As Treble points for Cavendish to walk out.
All right, new guy, your assignment is...
Where am I? I'm a pirate. This must be a nightmare. I've got to wake up.
Keep hauling.
I'm not going to stick around working with these creepy toys until the day I die. Not me!
And then we have Sai as a toy.
So this is where the weapons were coming from. But I can't disobey them. I'm helpless.
Then we have Hack.
If only I'd known there was such a port down here. If I could just call. Call is waiting for my intel. Is there no way to get free of this?
Ah, so Hack knows Koala.
Darn you, Doflamingo! I'm the king of Providence! You want me to work as a toy my whole life? This is a bad joke! Someone help me!
And as this is going on, we have Usopp and Robin as they're trying to sneak around and, hide. Now, Robin, she's capable of hiding anywhere because she can make her own eyes pop out on the sides of a wall. But Usopp can't hide because not only is his hat long, like the brim of his hat long, but his nose literally sticks out.
That must be Treble and Sugar.
She really is a kid.
That's right. She loves grapes. She's always eating them.
What about it?
That's our plan. Take a look at this. It's a ball of Tatabasco. Tatabasco.
Yeah, I had to say it right.
It's a bowl of Tatabasco sauce. The hottest in the world. We made it look just like a grape.
And you'll feed that to Sugar?
I'll go slip it in her basket. We already tested it on 50 tontadas. 100% success rate. 18 nearly died.
You tried eating it?
It's sure proof. We'll give it to Sugar.
Sounds great, Leo. Do it. I'll be watching from here.
That's so reassuring.
If he screws up, I gotta scram.
Good luck, Leo.
Watch out for Tweb.
Watch out for Twebble.
Stop shouting!
Not a problem.
As Leo is preparing to run up on Sugar.
Prepare yourselves, everyone. When Sugar lets out a scream, and every toy in the country turns back into a big person, all the forgotten memories will come flooding back. All the evil deeds will be exposed, and Doflamingo the pirate will show his true colors. Here I go to save my fellows and take back the kingdom for King Riku.
Seriously, stop shouting!
Mind you, he's been shouting this whole time. That's the end of chapter 737. Onwards to 738, but first an SBS. They say that Luffy's Supreme King Haki can knock out 50,000. But what about Nami's Happiness Punch? Signed, Captain Nobuo. Answer: oh, good question. That's a tough matchup. Of course, in person, the Happiness Punch only affects those who can see it, so it's no match for Luffy. However, if you can use visual transponder snails, Luffy's Haki won't travel over the airwaves. But Nami can lay waste to the entire world, so I think she would win. I think so too. Even worse, Nami's Happiness Punch costs 100,000 berries per person, which is deadly to anyone's pocketbook. In a way, it's much crueler than Haki. Question: I want to know when the Straw Hats go to sleep and wake up. Sign, Fujiyama. Answer: that's a very interesting question. They don't seem to get into a rhythm very often, but here's the general idea. S stands for sleep, and W stands for wake. So, Luffy sleeps when he's tired, wakes when his eyes open, about 5 hours of sleep. Zoro goes to sleep at 4 a.m., wakes up at 7 a.m., plus naps. Nami goes to sleep at 11 p.m., wakes up at 7 a.m. Usopp goes to sleep at 1 a.m., wakes up at 8 a.m. Sanji goes to sleep at 12 a.m., wakes up at 5 a.m. Chopper goes to sleep at 9 p.m. and wakes up at 7 a.m., plus naps. Robin goes to sleep at 11 p.m., wakes up at 6 a.m. Frankie goes to sleep at 1 a.m. and wakes up at 9 a.m. And then Brooke wakes up at goes to sleep at 12 a.m. and wakes up at 5 a.m. When they sail at night, the ship needs guards at the fore and aft, so there are always 2 awake at any moment. Everyone switches out in 2-hour shifts. It's very rare that they're all asleep at once. So that's one unique thing. That's one thing I like about it. Even though they're a pirate crew, they still do the necessary things for pirates to do. in order to ensure that everything still runs smoothly for the ship. It's not like everyone is just asleep while the ship is sailing. You still got people. You still got people who are awake. Chapter 738, Treble Army, Special Officer Sugar. Request! Frankie builds a miniature house for some hamsters by Noda Skywalker from Osaka again.
Inside the underground officer's tower, We're
gonna use the hottest grape in the world filled with tons of Barbasco sauce to knock sugar unconscious.
And then we see Treble, something buzz around him, and he causes some sticky to come out of his finger, and he flicks it, and the force of this flick causes a section of the officer tower to just implode from the impact.
What is it?
a fly.
And then Robin sees the damage done to the fly and how, because he was swatting at a fly, and he killed a fly as it's twitching on the ground. And Robin's looking like, oh snap, he killed a fly, just so casually. And all the Tontatas are kind of nervous.
He might shoot a fly, but he can't shoot me. You're gonna give us back our captured compatriots. Good luck, Leo.
Please let this work.
Wait, Leo. As hands pop up and grab Leo.
Smile factory within the underground trading port. Factory and tower.
We ain't got any new workers in the last year. They ain't been showing up in the place, I hear.
Luminous flower, elegant sunflower.
Who's slacking off on the job?
No, we're not. I swear.
Artificial devil fruit factory. Artificial devil fruit. Smile factory.
And this is an even bigger area than where Law was fighting Virgil back on Punk Hazard. It's an even bigger smile factory.
I mean, they'd have to think something up with 500 of their own kind they'd have to think something's up when 500 of their own kind never come home, right? And yet they don't suspect a single ounce of malice. That's the truly stupid pure-hearted part of the Tontatas.
So why aren't they showing up?
I couldn't say.
And it shows the Tontatas being forced to work and also eating, like, what looks to be like dead giant fish.
But if we don't get no more, then we need these 500 to work their little butts off.
As it shows one Tontata carrying up a very heavy container worth of sad.
Too slow! Whip of love!
And we see the Tontatas being forced to work. And then one of them picking smile fruits. But they kind of look partially done because the spots on these smile fruits are only halfway down.
Hang on a second. These smile fruit ain't fully ripe yet! I thought you Tontatas were supposed to be able to cultivate any plant!
That's true, but smile is such an unnatural fruit.
Don't give me your lame excuses!
Please, just let my buddy have a short rest. Today's food was a little rotten, and now you're complaining
about the food? Don't you want to help cure your Princess Mancheri's disease?
We do!
Then get working on that smile. It contains the only medicinal extract that can cure the princess. And less than 1/10 of every harvest can actually be used. Find some way to increase productivity.
Can we please just see Princess Mancheri once?
You cannot. If that caused you to catch your disease, why, we would shed so many tears. How could we let that happen to our beloved Tontata partners?
Mr. Underling! We will work as hard as ever. Please keep our princess safe.
As one of the Tontatas is coughing.
You bet. Man, they're gullible. Man, they're so gullible.
What are you doing, Robbie Land?
I'm sorry, Leo. If you leapt in there, he would have gotten you. That fly he zapped was shot right between the eyes. Treble's eyesight must be terribly sharp. It's too dangerous to go after Sugar while he's watching over her.
So what's the plan, Robin? Roboland? Hey, what's up with this cargo? It's a whole army of pink wasps!
And it's Bian. It's Bian who's using the wasp to distract the pirates.
Urgent report for Mr. Treble. And this is Robin. From down in Sector 4 of the port, we've got trouble with Captain Yves's crew. We got... the fact that I was able to call him Yves. His name is Yves. We've got trouble with Captain Yves's pirate crew. Now they're claiming they need to renegotiate the price of the deal with an officer.
They're not intimidated by Joker's name, eh? Got a lot of guts, eh? Did we change report cards?
He's on his lunch break. It's an emergency. And Sugar is just looking at Robin. We've got casualties. Please lend us your help.
Casualties? I'm coming now!
And Treble proceeds to go out, but he locks the door behind him.
Hey!
Ah, you're coming out of the tower, Mr. Treble?
Strengthen security on all 4 doors of the tower. But if anything happens, tell me at once.
As he's right in the face of one dude. Yes, sir!
So, hey, where's the fight? Where's the fight?
Sector 4. Whoa, Mr. Treble. Good to see you, sir.
Huh? You won't fight Uzoland?
It would be easy for me to handle this, and doing nothing is the safest plan, he thinks to himself. But your success in this operation will be a great source of confidence to you. We have no fear. If anything goes wrong, I will ensure that everything is saved in the end.
Wow! What a relief!
And now we have Sugar, who's there by herself, and then something makes their way inside the room with Sugar. Who's there?
Who's there? Surrender, Sugar! We've come to free our fellows that you've enslaved in the factory. Then we're gonna knock you out!
As Leo stands with all of the Tontatas.
Knock me out? But I don't know anything about your friends.
What? Really?
Yes.
Oh, never mind then. You should mind. Don't be fooled. Ah, that was a close one. Get back our friends.
Who put you up to this? You're so stupid you don't even realize when you're being manipulated.
As Sugar continues to eat grapes.
Little Tontatas, I wondered why you hadn't been to the palace in the last year. It seems someone's been leading you astray.
Attack! Hold it down and pry your mouth open!
I don't like this. You actually think I'm weak.
And the Tontatas launch at Sugar, but Sugar, with very, very fast hands, hits all of the Tontatas that leap at her.
Little black bears!
And she turns all of the Tontatas who tried to launch at her into toy bears.
Huh?
The contract. Thou shalt obey my orders until the end of thy life.
Huh? Where did those toys come from? What are we doing?
Now slaughter everyone inside the officer's tower.
What? Even me?
Oh no!
Oh no, I got turned into a toy. Has everyone forgotten about me? I can't disobey your orders. Please, no! I don't want to fight! Defeat the enemy soldiers! No! Leo, it's me, Flapper!
And it shows Leo and company, and they're all launching at the bears who are still their friends.
Treble, come back at once! It's a trap! Treble!
A trap? Hey!
Over there, Mr. Treble. The pirates are raising heck. They're out of control.
Hey, you!
As Treble jumps from where he is with Robin and jumps all the way over to the pirate crew that Robin says something's wrong with.
Hey, you! What's the trouble, eh?
Mr. Treble!
Huh? What is it? What?
Trouble, Treble? No, we just found a hive of bees inside our cargo. Nothing that should affect the deal, though.
Huh? It was her!
As Robin is running away, and he immediately jumps over to Robin.
Hey, you! Wait up, eh? Who are you, eh? Hey!
And Robin, covered in his sticky stick, looks back at him, and it turns out that was just a clone of Robin. That is such an effective way to avoid having anything done to her. Just have a flower clone just in place.
Eh? She disappeared! Hey! But that face!
Treble!
The Straw Hat Crew?
How did they get here? Why are they going after Sugar? That does it! Now I'm mad! Sticky, sticky chain!
As he sticks a long chain of mucus, sticky stuff, onto a nearby boat.
Stickum! Meteora!
As he yanks the entire boat with this sticky chain.
Beta chain! Meteora!
And he launches it towards the officer tower. Just the whole boat. The whole boat. Surprising and shocking everyone nearby, both human and toy alike. And that's the end of chapter 738. Onwards to chapter 739. But first, another SBS. Well, I'm sad to announce that I've lost the postcard that was sent with this request, Sweat Drop. Basically, someone wrote in to ask me to draw the Jolly Rogers of all the Worst Generation members, and I lost it as I was drawing them. I'm so sorry, but I will grant your request. Thanks for writing in. I won't bother with the flags I've already drawn. So, on the on-air pirate, Scratchman Apu, has a Jolly Roger that has, basically Apu's head with his long braid and a set of piano keys. Then we have the Drake Pirates, piloted by DS Drake, and it has swords, and I think the same tattoo mark that Drake has. I could be wrong, but this is with a symbol in front of the swords. Then we have the Fallen Monk Pirates, Captain Urouge, and it's basically just a picture of Urouge's face with his wings, his prayer beads, and his big old smiling, toothy grin. Kid Pirates, Eustace Captain Kidd, and it's his Jolly Roger with his hair, his goggles, a sword going through his head, and 2 flames on the side. Then we have Hawkins Pirates, Basil Hawkins, and it has 2 nails and the same cross symbol that you see on Hawkins, and also Hawkins' face for the Jolly Roger, shaped like his Gormano Soul, his demon face. Then we have the Fire Tank Pirates, Capone Gang Beji, and it's Capone's face, but it's shaped like a fortress with cannons in front and a cigar and flags and towers and everything. And the Bonnie Pirates, Captain Jewelry Bonnie, and it's her Jolly Roger, but it looks like it's been bitten through because of her extreme gluttony. Well, that's all for now. The SBS is over. See you next volume. Chapter 739, Captain. Request, Brooks skipping along drawing Laboon balloons. By Dokuro from Kyoto. And Usopp is screaming. Leo and everyone else is screaming, and even Sugar is shocked to see that Treble basically just launched an entire ship at the officer tower.
Oh! Mr. Treble's gone insane! Ah! The officer's tower is crumbling to pieces!
And everyone is just looking at the destruction that just happened.
Usopp, snap out of it.
As it shows Robin crawling over to Usopp.
Huh?
Oh, thank goodness.
Robin, shh! What happened? A giant duck smashed through the ceiling!
Leo's group has been caught.
There's someone
else with you, eh? Hey, let's hear some names, eh?
We'll never tell! That's right, don't tell him! Robin, let's cram now while we can!
As it shows Treble has caught every single Tontata in a big mound of sticky mucus, while Sugar is kicking him for apparently throwing a whole boat at the building.
But he's my friend. What's his name again? You mean Usoland?
Oh, come on!
You idiot! He ain't my friend!
Oh no! You tricked me!
Are you working with the one-legged soldier?
I'll never say!
We already know about it.
In that case, there's no use hiding it!
So it's true.
Tricked again!
Now I'm starting to see the big picture.
Well, now that you know, your end is nigh! We're taking back our friends!
You do realize that Stick is flammable?
As Treble just casually tosses a lit match over to the mound of stick that he has. And it goes up. Remember how Smiley exploded when he was exposed to flames during Punk Hazard? Same thing happens here as the entire officer's office
officer's office blows up.
What was that? Mr. Treble! Leo! Leo!
As Leo's there unconscious.
Let's get out of... No! You gotta... Let's get out! Let's get out of... No! You gotta get out of here! You can't handle this! Treble's way too tough for you!
We don't have a choice. We gotta finish Operation SOP. And then the captain will beat the flamingo for us. We gotta hurry. Captain's waiting.
Palace, first floor lift.
Oh! Hoo-yah!
As it shows Lao Ji kicking the one-legged soldier into the distance.
Captain!
And the one-legged soldier is getting massively handled here, like his hat is bent.
Rah! Doflamingo quit the 7 warlords! And he won't be king of Dressrosa anymore?
Dressrosa, this morning.
He's just a regular old pirate now! We'll finally be free!
Captain, did you see the paper? Our friends will finally come back, and we won't have to fight. Isn't that great?
No, it was apparently a false report.
Huh?
Rebecca, calm down. I understand your anger. I feel the same. But you mustn't rush into a foolish decision. We're the ones who are the uprising. All the preparations are in place.
No, I won't wait. We've been plunged from heaven straight down into hell. Everyone has had enough. Their spirits are broken.
We can only wait for our day of execution.
Win 1,000 battles and we can be free? That's not hope at all. It's a giant wall of despair. Like that statue of Kyros, the legendary gladiator who won all 3,000 battles he entered. Everyone knows that statue is a complete lie. Kyros is just an image of the ideal warrior that the prisoners created while they were fated to die. It's a personification of their desire to be free, nothing more. If clinging to a dream that will never come true is my only other option, then I'd rather bet on the opportunity of the tourney.
It is no opportunity. This is not the sort of competition you can win. You will lose your life. I forbid you from entering. You're throwing it all away. Do you think that turning 16 made you into an adult, Rebecca? You're still a child. Listen to me.
Who do you think you are? You're not my father. And who's throwing it all away? Would not be you with your ridiculous plan? You know you can't beat Doflamingo in a million years. You're just a one-legged soldier.
And the soldier is silent.
No, you are correct.
No, I didn't.
It seems I've overstepped my boundaries, but I do hope you reconsider entering the fight.
No, you don't understand. I just couldn't help but think that you were going off to your death, and it made me so scared.
And Rebecca starts crying.
I'm sorry. Wait, soldier! Soldier!
And we're back to the present.
Soldier!
And we have Rebecca, who's back in the Colosseum fighting Diamante.
What's this? Rebecca, she who never ever attacks anyone, goes on the offensive!
What's with that sword? It's got no edge. Within the ring, we fight to kill.
Hold on.
Lord Jesus. Okay. Back to it.
What's this? Rebecca, she who never ever attacks anyone, goes on the offensive!
What's with that sword? It's got no edge. Within the ring, we fight to kill. If you can't cut a man, then you need to bleed.
And Diamante flips up this little piece of paper that he turns solid, and it turns out to be a mace. And he brings it down on Rebecca as he's stepping on her foot to keep her from moving.
That's what gets the crowd excited.
A direct hit!
As Rebecca's helmet has been completely destroyed by Diamante.
The undefeated woman has met her match! Diamante! Oh, dang!
Oh, dang!
Hey, Muscle Melon.
It's Bartolomeo!
Protect a girl.
What? Tell me, Rebecca, do you know how your mother Scarlet died?
I'm going to buy you something to eat. And this is Scarlet back then.
You should have seen that miserable toy soldier, wailing and crying and carrying on. I'm sorry. I couldn't save your mother.
Palace first floor, before the lift. Soldier versus Lao Ji.
This shaking. Is that Pika? What's got him going like this? We've got you now!
As a bunch of Tontatas latch on to Lao Ji.
Go, Cub! Or White! Can you stand, Captain?
Thank you.
Enough! Hurry! Unhand me, you little rascals!
No, wait, he's going to crush them.
Face forward, Captain! We've been prepared for this from the start.
This is madness.
If you don't keep moving, who will? Even if Leo's Operation SOP works, everything will go back to the bad ways if we don't beat the Flamingo! You're the only one who can defeat the Flamingo, Captain.
Officer's Tower, underground trading port.
What is it about the Captain, Leo? Why do you have so much riding on him? He's just a one-legged soldier. He's just a one-legged toy.
Normally, people turned into toys are put under a contract that turns them into helpless laborers. But the captain was the first in the land to be turned into a toy. And Sugar made a terrible mistake. She forgot about the contract. It was the first and only mistake 10 years ago. That created the only toy in this land who can fight back against the Don Quixote family. And so the captain has fought for 10 long years. If 10 long years. If not for him, all the toys would have had no hope for the future. In fact, we Tontatas would have all been enslaved without ever realizing the truth. If we miss his cry to action, then there's no hope for the future of this country. Here's worth placing all our hopes on. No one remembers him, but once everyone knew his name. As a big person, his name was known as Gyros.
Kyros.
And he was the greatest gladiator in the history of the Colosseum. That's who our captain is.
So now we know the identity of the one-legged soldier. He was Kyros, the legendary gladiator. Chapter 740. It's in your hands. How many chapters do I have overall? We're almost there. Request Chopper doing a Hawaiian hula dance with the Gyukas and an Ai by Osamu and Fujita.
Basement, first floor, palace, outer wall, tower.
Hey, what's going on here? We keep running into dead ends. And this is Luffy running with Viola.
Pika's able to move the walls at will. Straw Hat, are you certain he will be fine?
Who? Zoro? Don't worry about him. He can pull through anything. As Luffy kicks straight through a wall.
Same floor, Zoro versus Pika.
And Zoro's just cutting pieces and pieces of stone one after the other.
This is getting me nowhere. How do I even effectively attack a guy like this?
palace first floor soldiers and tontatas. We have Cub along with Gyros. We can now stop calling him the one-legged soldier. We can call him Gyros now.
Captain, it's another officer. He's from the Pika family. Gladius! We cannot win by fighting him outright. Wempo and I will give you a diversion. Go ahead while you had the chance.
No, don't you dare. I forbid it.
Let's get him from both sides, Cub!
Why do I have to waste my time with these little rats?
And both Cub and Rampo run towards Gladius. And Gladius grabs the both of them as his arms start swelling up. And then his arms get bigger and bigger and bigger. Cub! Rampo! And there's an explosion that engulfs both of Gladius's hands, and both Cub and Rampo get sent flying in opposite directions. This explosion is so great that it even destroys the walls of the hallway that everyone is in right now. But Gyros manages to get right past Gladius.
A miserable toy's speed is nothing to me. I am a rupture man with the powers of the pop fruit. I can cause my own body to inflate and burst, as well as any inorganic objects I touch.
As Gladius grabs Gyros and causes his head to swell.
That tin body of yours will pop and vanish without a trace.
Let go of me! I have a duty I'm sworn to uphold!
Now disintegrate into nothing!
Jet stamp!
And Gladius immediately gets hit and sent flying in the opposite direction.
Who was that?
Whoa! As Gyros gets sent flying in the air. Soldier! Where's Frankie's group? Weren't they with you?
It's you.
Straw Hat, we don't have time for chit-chat.
Straw Hats, Luffy, and Violet, how dare you! You betrayed the young master!
Come on, show me what you got! No, just run. We don't have time for this. Head to the suit chamber on the second floor. He's much more trouble than you think.
Lady Viola, why are you here?
You know who I am? As it happens, I've been watching you too. You and Rebecca. I know how hard you've been fighting this past decade. It must have been hard. It must have been very hard. Thank you.
Let's save this for later. Surely there is no greater than King Riku's. There's no pain greater than King Riku's and yours.
Violet, if there's one thing I won't stand for, it's traitors!
As Gladius's helmet starts inflating as he's preparing to pop his helmet.
I haven't betrayed you. Ever since that first day 10 years ago, I've never once opened my heart to you people.
That doesn't change the fact that you've dishonored the master. Helmet pop!
And then shrapnel from the helmet goes flying through the air as Viola gets kind of hit in certain places by this. Lady Viola! Oh no! Hey, did he get you in a vital spot? Sorry, this is my fault.
We need to get to the second
floor, right?
Wait, the stairs aren't this direction.
As Luffy goes straight towards the window and just kicks through the window.
Ah! Where are you going?
Is it up there? As Luffy, still falling, kicks his feet up and uses it as a way to spring right back up to the building while he's in free fall. And Gladius looks outside of the window.
Huh? Where'd they go?
And we see someone with a feathery coat run right next to Gladius.
Ah! Young master, why are you here?
Young master? No, I am Donkey.
Young master is what they call Doflamingo.
Kinemon in disguise. Don Quixote Doflamingo. Young master am I. There are intruders in the palace. Please wait above while we take care of them. Well, I leave it to you then. I must go underground to observe conjugal status.
You mean the samurai who disappeared from the scrap heap?
What? He has disappeared, you say? Suit chamber. Palace second floor. Suddenly we are before the very room we seek.
Hey, why are we hiding? Mingo's right there!
Quiet. Don't ruin their plan.
What plan?
You were right about the smile factory. That was supposed to be it. These are things that can be done on a whim in the course of the day. Why are the Straw Hats working with the little people of Greenbit? How did they get underground? Why are they going after sugar? If that's not all a coincidence, then they must know the root of the darkness of this kingdom.
Answer him. The young master asked you a question.
As Baby 5 slaps on the head of Law, and Law just glares at Doflamingo. Well, Law just glares and it scares Baby 5.
Don't do it if you ain't gonna be...
Don't do it if you're just gonna cry. You two haven't changed a bit. I know I changed Buffalo's voice, but I just kind of wanted to change it because of his speech way. I just wanted to change it a little bit.
Don't do it if you're just gonna cry. You two haven't changed a bit.
I told you, we have nothing to do with one another at this point. The alliance is over. I don't understand a thing you're telling me. If only we had Violet here for this interrogation. We'd know the truth in a jiffy. Or is all of this your doing, King Riku? The Tontanas did serve you once.
Father, what is he doing in the palace?
Hey, at least Traffy's breathing. King Riku, after 10 long years, he is still well. So, your name is Kiros. Come with me. As we have a flashback image. On my word, I will see that you are rescued. What's taking Leo's team so long? The moment when all the toys in Dressrosa, including me, turn back into humans, is our greatest opportunity to overthrow Doflamingo. I must stop him for good. Okay, now?
Not yet.
Cub's sacrifice cannot be in vain. Leo, Usoland, it is in your hands. House of Toys, Royal Plateau. And this is where Frankie is.
There's no escape for you! Come quietly, Frankie!
Shut up! I've made up my mind. I'm gonna raise hell here for no good reason. Prepare yourselves!
What?
If I flee underground with them in tow, it'll only wreak havoc on the little fella's plan.
Operation SOPs! Up to you!
Oh wait, Operation SOP's up to you! Give me your best shot!
As Frankie just starts raising havoc.
Yeah! I'll hold down the fort here. It's in your hands, Usoland.
Ruins of the officer's tower, underground port.
What the heck happened? Intruders, apparently, but they were no match for Mr. Treble.
Poor Seps, gotta be dead by now.
I was careless.
As Robin was turned into a toy.
Now, put the grape in her mouth.
As Sugar is grabbed all over by hands. But since Robin can fall prey to devil fruits or attacks on her person with her limbs, Sugar touches Robin's hand and instantly turns her into a toy.
I've been turned into a toy. That means everyone must have forgotten me by now. Usopp, where's Usopp? Hang in there, Usopp. It's all in your hands now. Turn me back into a human.
How many times are they gonna challenge me?
They were trying to force me to eat this. It must be poison. It smells horrendous.
Usoland, this is beyond our power!
Have no fear. If anything goes wrong, I'll be there to set things straight. Move it!
Huh? Where to, pal?
Escape successful! Forgive me, Tontanas! Oh, I know! I'll write a picture book of your tale for future generations! The Honest Little Tontanas! Now there's a catchy title. Gotta survive to make sure the story is told. Besides, this is all Frankie's fault! Why isn't he coming? I can't die over a little white lie about being a hero, darn it!
This coward. This utter coward. See, on one hand, it's like, I know Usopp's a liar, and I know his crew is gonna, always be there to defend him, but just once, I just want to hit Usopp in the face for just being a liar and being a complete and total
coward. No accountability whatsoever. But that's the end of chapter 740. Onwards to 741, and then we have one more chapter, and then we're done for today. Usoland! Chapter 741, Usoland the Liar. Underground port beneath Dressrosa.
Okay, I made it away safely. But how do I get out of this place? Can't go up the same chute on my own. Hey, didn't they say there was a lift? This is all Frankie's fault!
Hey, you folks outside! Hey, everybody! Working hard? This ain't a show, you know.
What should we do with them?
Goes Sugar as she's looking down at all of the defeated Tontatas.
Oh crap! Get back to work! Hold that cargo! No slacking off! Ah! Someone's fighting back against the Don Quixote family. It's never happened in the 8 years I've been a toy. Someone, anyone, just bring this place to the ground!
Yeah? Hey, these guys are saying something.
Usoland. Run! 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 Usoland. Usoland. That's the name they mentioned earlier. Usoland!
And Leo is the one who screams it out the most. Remember being so angry with Usopp during this part? Me too. A complete and the big what can we say about Usopp? The biggest thing he brings to the team is his excellent marksmanship and his inventive mind. But everything else is a complete zero. He's a coward. A complete coward. And you're a complete coward who's going to be on the ship of a person who wants to be king of the pirates. Who's not scared to take on anyone. I'm sorry, I'm monologuing again.
Stop that! Don't call me!
Usoland? Hey, who's that?
That's the little people's friend, the one they mentioned. You're so stupid. Die.
I ain't gonna die, you miserable runt.
Usoland is our hero!
Your hero? What? Is he gonna save ya?
That's right! And not just us! Usoland said he's gonna save everyone! And everything! The toys who work underground day and night! Are people who are enslaved in the factory? All the toys who stroll cheerfully through the town but are crying on the inside! Even the tragic big people who don't realize they've lost their loved ones! Usoland will save everyone! He's a legendary hero!
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
And Sugar is just listening.
Oh, you people are pathetic. That's all a lie.
What?
Did you get tricked again?
What? Really? Did we?
Look how hurt you are, and he won't even come to help you. Ain't that all the proof you need? Where's your hero, hey? Hey!
But he said it himself!
He's sitting back safe in cell right now, laughing his head off at how stupid you are.
What?
Knowing how honest you folks are, I'm sure there's someone out there. But he's the kind of man who bugs out when the going gets tough. Abandon your hope in him.
I wish I could say he was wrong. Just find a way to escape, guys. Good luck!
No! You shut up! Usoland would never lie!
I'm a descendant of the great Nolan.
Wow, that's awesome!
And that's when the guilt starts to eat him on the inside. This what you get for lying through your teeth.
He said no matter what happens to us, he'll save everything! Yeah, he did. That's right. He made us a promise. The legendary hero would never lie to us.
And saying that out loud for Usopp to hear. Let it eat away at you on the inside. Do it. Feel guilty. Feel it. See
see how much of a piece of work you really are. You cad, you liar, you cheat, you scammer, you buffoon!
You buffoon of buffoonery.
If you insult Usoland's honor again, you'll pay for that!
And all the toys stop working as they listen to Leo cry out.
You better brace yourself! When Usoland gets here,
And it shows Leo and some tontada. Yeah, it shows Leo getting, stepped on by Treble.
Big yeah, that's brilliant. The Tontada's death scream is big yeah.
Leo! You're right. Usoland will ensure the Operation SOP is a success. Yeah! Exactly. You're the pathetic ones.
Better call him back here then.
Ugh, it's so cruel. And we just hear the sounds of Tontadas being stepped on by Treble.
Stop! Stop it! Just stop it already!
As Usopp has shown up, and he's standing there right in front of Treble and Sugar.
Usoland! Usoland!
Usopp, thank goodness. How far will your trust in me go? Foolish little runts!
What?
He's right! I've told you nothing but lies! I'm no legendary hero! My name isn't even Usoland!
Shocking all of the Tontadas, but not shocking us.
I'm the sniper of the terrifying Straw Hat crew! My name is Usopp, and I'm a pirate!
Straw Hat Crew? What are they doing here?
Why would you say that? You're a pirate, but you're still a hero, right?
I said no! A pirate is a pirate! Don't make me repeat myself. I've been fooling you all. It's your fault for believing me every single time.
And all the Tontadas start crying as they realize that they've been lied to.
Wait, so you came back just to tell them it was a lie?
If I didn't, they'd wait for me until they died. I don't want that weighing on my conscience. So as thanks for their trust, I'd rather risk my life and go out with a bang. Wouldn't that make me look better? Huh? My name is Usopp. Remember that, Tontadas. And if I should die, build me a statue next to Nolan's. Because I'm about to become your legendary hero.
Usopp!
Usopp from the Straw Hat Crew? Is this the man who will be our savior?
Out in a blaze of glory, eh?
It's worth a try. Special attack, Green Star. Plantanas Shuriken!
And a big old sharp shuriken shoots through the air, and it appears to slice through Treble.
Usoland!
Suit chamber, palace second floor. We've got a report that you were sighted on the first floor. There's someone else who looks like me in the palace. This sword is the perfect size. I can use this if I get turned back into a human. And King Riku is just sitting there silently in the suit chamber. King Riku.
My father was fighting in the Colosseum today.
Huh? He was?
Everyone was driven to action after this morning.
The Colosseum. And we get a flashback. Murder by a juvenile. 2 dead after a squabble in the slums. And the killer? Stay back, your majesty. He might be young, but he's one of the most infamous thugs in the land. As it shows this person bashing the head of another person.
Shoot him! The king's in danger!
No! Boy from the slums. Kyros, age 15. As he bashes, apparently he bashed the king in the head with this pipe. And it has nails in it. It's a pipe with nails in it, so the king definitely felt that. Don't shoot. Put down your guns. Kyros, you said. Come with me, Kyros. As he casually says this. He casually says this while he's bleeding from the head. Corda Coliseum. Corda Coliseum.
Gyarados, that 15-year-old murderer!
As Gyarados is fighting in the Colosseum.
This is a sacred Colosseum!
What potential? If that had a blade, he'd be dead.
What was violence? What was violence outside his potential in here?
He's beaten his cellmates half to death. Hasn't eaten for 6 days. Won't speak a word.
Well, he has said one thing. He says, call King Riku.
It was a group of them, and they killed my friend. That's why I killed him.
And are you a beast?
I thought you would understand me at least.
Bring him food. He has the spirit to stay alive, it seems.
Conditional release for winning 100 battles, however many years that takes.
4 months later.
100 straight victories! The star combatant didn't stand a chance! Yeah!
And it's Gyarados who's fighting in this Colosseum.
Gyarados has won his freedom with unprecedented speed! Don't you dare leave, murderer!
As someone cries out and Gyarados is leaving, but then we get King Riku again. You're not leaving?
I can't go where I'm not wanted.
And when did you begin to seek approval?
Shut up! People only love beasts when they're in cages.
200 victories! Someone beat Gyarados! That's 300! None can stop Gyarados! Every hero he faces ends up beaten! We came from distant seas. Let us fight, Gyarados!
I hear he's fighting a giant today!
A water battle with fishmen?
Fourth year in the Colosseum.
It's absolutely unprecedented! Gyarados! His 1,000th victory!
And everyone is growing older and older.
Here again, Gyarados? Go away! You would never understand. No matter where I go, I will be a murderous beast for the rest of my life. Not at all. I just wish everyone would forget all about me.
As he's crying in front of a grave. And that's the end of chapter 741. Onwards to the last chapter of this volume. Chapter 742, Ever at Your Side. Request! Robin reads a story to Napping Alpacas by Maru-chan from Tochigi. Tochigi.
He's even defeated Ricky, the mighty fighter whose appearance was as meteoric as it was mysterious. That's 3,000 wins in 9 years. 3,000 wins with no losses. Gyarados, the living legend. The word invincible was surely coined for this very man.
And we have Gyarados when he's older. He's massive, he's bigger, he's got like a big old pointed goatee. This man must have played God of War in his spare time.
Why did you participate without telling me, King Riku?
I have gained much strength in seeking your lessons. But the fact that you went easy knowing it was me means you are a failure of a beast. Enough is enough. You have spent 9 years of your life trapping yourself in this cage. Come out into the sunlight. I have a request for you. Do not lament the mistakes of the past, Gyarados. You can find meaning in using your strength to protect the lives of others. 1 year later.
Gyarados! Captain Gyarados!
Captain of the Dressrosa Riku Royal Army, Gyarados, age 25.
Sir Gyarados! Well, Sir Gyarados, you're certainly enjoying your popularity. But I will not forget that you are a murderer, and I can't fathom what Father is thinking, letting the likes of you roam the halls. Stop it, sister! You shouldn't dredge up the scars that they past.
To say nothing
of commanding the troops, the very pinnacle of justice. He must have gone mad. You might fool the rest of the country, but you won't fool me. I know you'll expose your true colors one day.
Princess of Dressrosa, Scarlet, age 16. Second princess, sister, Viola, age 10.
You are not allowed to approach or touch either of us. Is that understood? But sister, he's actually not that... No! Don't you dare peer into his filthy heart.
But it is my duty to protect you.
No, thank you.
So Scarlet didn't like Gyarados at the beginning.
Lady Scarlet has been abducted. Pirate attack!
What happened to her guards? They were all knocked out. It's an emergency. And then it shows an explosion. And then it shows Kyros. Forgive me, my lady. And Scarlet is crying. I didn't mean to touch you.
Kyros, I was so frightened!
I'm sorry. And it shows that Kyros, the pirates who abducted Scarlet, Kyros messed them up. Their entire ship is in shambles. Just the whole ship is almost as if a monster just tore through it. What has gotten into her?
Sister is cooking.
And it shows Scarlet cooking a bento box for Gyros. I'd never had a bento box before. One day I want to have a bento box, like a classic bento box. I want that. I also need to get some sushi. I haven't had sushi in years, and I kind of want to have that this week. I need to find a place that makes good sushi. None of that gas station sushi, because I will be bedridden for God knows how long if I eat anything sushi related from a gas station. But an official place that gives good sushi, I need to find a place like that. But she gives a bento box to Gyros, and he's all like trying to refuse, but Scarlet's being all lovey-dovey. And sometimes it shows that Scarlet is sitting on a swing by herself, and then later on it shows it snowing, and she's sitting right next to Gyros, keeping him warm and protecting him from the snow with an umbrella.
You want to leave my daughter's detail? Have you fallen in love with Scarlet? No! Individually, the people might celebrate your betrothal, but as a group they will not forgive your prior history. Such is the way of the masses.
Father, if I can't be with him, then I'd rather die.
Huh?
Poor Lady Scarlet. The fever came on so suddenly.
She would have been a great queen one day.
And it shows that there's a funeral being had for Scarlet, and everyone sees it. And we have Viola who's crying, we have Riku who's holding his head on his hands.
As of today, Scarlet, you are no longer royalty. To the rest of the kingdom, you are now dead.
Yes!
It feels as though I answered your truth with betrayal, King Riku. It's simply unforgivable. But only if it were any other man, Kyros. I've never heard of such a tale in my life.
And it shows that they faked her death in order for Scarlet to be with Gyros. And that's the reason why King Riku had his head in his hands. He's all like, I can't believe I'm having a funeral for my daughter, and she's not even dead. It's like, I can't believe I actually went along with this. That's why he had his head in his hands. And then we cut to a flower field and a nice house, and a baby crying.
I've named her Rebecca.
And everyone is surprised to see while King Riku and Gyros are bawling their eyes out.
Hold her, Kyros. She's your daughter.
But she's so pure and innocent. I cannot. Not with these filthy hands. I dare not sully her.
Oh, come. Isn't your father odd, Rebecca?
Oh, Rebecca, you're like an angel. I will watch over you, child. I am ever at your side.
Hey, he said the thing.
Grandpa time! Look how big you are now, Rebecca.
Take off that burglar mask, father.
Gloves on, gloves on. Oh, you're so sweet, my adorable little girl.
You're crying again.
And they're enjoying themselves. Gyros is so adamant about not touching his daughter with his so-called unclean hands. He handles his daughter with gloves. He's that adamant about his daughter being so pure that his dirty hands from his past doesn't touch and sully his daughter's skin. That's how sure he is. That's how adamant he is. And then the moment when Doflamingo made his way into the country.
What has happened to His Majesty? The palace is burning! What is happening to our kingdom?
It shows that Gyros was standing there with Scarlet and Rebecca during that flashback, but we didn't see him at the time.
I must go to the castle. Understand, Scarlet? Rebecca!
Father!
If you should encounter any danger here, wait for me at the red flower field. I will come back for you.
And it shows Gyros standing there in the room with Doflamingo and all of his officers, and his legs are in chains.
Wretched pirates! What have you done to my king and country? You saw him burn his own town to the ground, didn't you? His Majesty would never do such a thing. Gyros, undo these sea prism stone cuffs. I have no powers. Gyros, I've heard tales of your prowess. I want you to join me. There's a new king in town, and the old royal family must die. Your wife and daughter among them. I've already set my people after them.
So, shows you how callous Doflamingo is. The old kingdom must die. That includes your wife and child, who I've already located. And he shivers.
Watch closely. The Riku Dynasty's Dressrosa is a thing of the past.
As he holds a sword to King Riku's neck. And in an instant, Gyros' leg is sliced off, and he launches at Doflamingo, much to his surprise.
Gyros! What? He sacrificed his own leg.
But Sugar is also there, and she touches Gyros and turns him into the one-legged soldier we now know today.
A toy? My body is now a toy. What is happening? Is this a dream?
The toy carried the king and jumped out the window.
King Riku, it is me, Gyros. Forgive me. The name is unfamiliar, but I will never forget the debt I owe you. You are a strange toy. Run, Scarlet, Rebecca! Wait for me in the place of our promise! No one knows my name. The sun is setting.
And it shows that it's also starting to rain as well.
To the red flower field, where Scarlet and Rebecca are waiting.
Then there's a gunshot. And Scarlet is seen falling backwards.
Scarlet? Scarlet! Why is she in town?
Yeah!
Scarlet!
Someone's been shot! Is it the Royal Army again?
Why weren't you waiting for me?
And we see a smiling face of some dude that looks like Steve Tyler. Wonder who this is. With a gun with a barrel that's smoking.
Unless I have vanished from your mind as well. Has everything of me vanished? Details, promises, even memories?
As Gyros launches towards Scarlet, beating up the members of the Don Quixote family with his gun.
Scarlet!
Whoever you are.
My daughter is hungry and waiting. It's me, Gyros! Scarlet!
And he screams out in anguish.
These thin arms of mine. How can this be the end? This is hell. It cannot end like this. These thin arms of mine cannot even feel the warmth leave your dying body.
And then the flashback ends.
Soldier. Mr. Soldier.
Oh, Lady Viola.
Hey, are you okay? Goes Luffy to the soldier. To Gyros, but he doesn't know it's Gyros.
I can see the enemy coming this way from the first floor.
So what I saw was actually a miserable wretch impersonating the young master? Disgraceful! The straw hats are on the second floor or higher. Violet's bloodstains were on the wall. This is bad. If we're going to be bloodstained anyway, perhaps it would be best to ambush Doflamingo now before they arrive. Usoland might not finish in time. Speaking of which, you're all pirates, aren't you? Even Froland and Usoland, I only realized afterward.
Is that a problem?
I am also a ruffian by nature. It is reassuring to be among my own kind. Corridor Coliseum.
Are those cracks in the foundation? Can't imagine the amount of stress the day has put on the building.
Burgess's attacks will finish it off. The Coliseum's going to come down around our ears. Elbow!
And Lucy dodges Burgess.
Ah, nice. He's a madman! I'll say it as many times as it takes, Rebecca. You want to know who shot your mother, Scarlet, to death? Hey, sticks and stones don't break you, might bear you, but words can hurt, man. It was me.
I'm hungry, Mother. I'm going to buy you something to eat. I'm so angry. I can't even move.
So now we have the confirmation in writing. It was Diamante who killed Scarlet. That Steve Tyler looking fella back in the flashback? Obviously, because you guys knew it before I said it. It was Diamante. He's the one. The House of Toys. As we have Frankie lying in a heap amongst the Don Quixote family. Dellinger is also there with Senor Pink and Mock Vice. And also we have the Navy there too.
Usopp, come on. You always get things done. Just start that panic already.
Underground Port. And they're all cheering. They just keep cheering for Usopp.
There's a terrible battle raging in the officer's tower.
With Usopp of the Straw Hat Crew. Good luck! Whatever you look like, Usopp, best of luck to you. If you win, I owe you my life.
You can do it! Come on!
I don't want to spend my life as a toy. If you put me back to normal, I'll leave Straw Hat alone. And this is Cavendish.
I'll be your henchman. I'll do anything.
One toy that happens to be Harudin.
I'll have all the money I can arrange for you. Just do it.
One toy that happens to be Dagama.
Bring Sugar to the palace now, Treble.
No worries, Duffy. No surprise comebacks here.
Have no fear, young master. Our enemy is no longer conscious.
As it shows, Usopp has just been beaten up beyond belief and also stuck because of the stickum of Treble.
You can have your poison grape back.
No, the one filled with Tata Babasco. Our only hope.
You eat it and die.
No! Excellent!
And Sugar feeds that super hot grape to Usopp. Force feeds it. He gulps it, and his eyes start watering. And then he unleashes a massive face filled with pain, cries, blood, and tears. With a face so horrifying that it causes Sugar to scream out in terror. Her eyes pop out of her skull so hard that it breaks her own little monocle she had over her eye. And she screams out loud after seeing Usopp's face.
Hey! Yeah? Hey! Sugar! What's going on? Get a grip!
As Sugar falls over, foaming at the mouth, eyes widened over, with the final word of this volume being...
She passed out!
To be continued in One Piece Volume 75. We did it. We enacted the plan for everything to go down. Sugar has been scared unconscious by Usopp. And now, tomorrow's volume, we'll see what happens after she falls unconscious and her powers subside and everyone is released. I said everyone is released from its spell after all these years. This was such a good read. Thank you everyone for tuning in to today's live reading of One Piece. Tomorrow we continue with volume 75. We're getting closer and closer and closer to ending my entire read through, and I just want to say it's been an absolute joy, an absolute blast to do this thus far. But I'll leave my final words for when I actually reach the final volume that I'm going to read. But I'm having so much fun, and I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next stream. All I can say at the end of the day is, Hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you enjoyed what you saw here today, then please, because it helps the channel, like, subscribe, and share the stream with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. And because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples. It's about to go